Boo, week 5, baby. Yo. All right, we're working.
Today,
The volume is working.
from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Hold right here with me. Trying to do like my Aunt Lee, make some peanut butter cookies. Anything you say to Mama? That girl.
It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Houston Texans.
You think she made me a coffee, but no.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, my old friend, man. Good school with him. All right, here we go. Let's focus. We got a perfect season going on right now. I can't believe it.
Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Come on. What?
So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
That ain't good. That is not good.
Well, man, coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that? Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Stroud looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of the future.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there, but they're across the 50 at the 48 now. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ridder, they'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. I check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 15 carries, 71 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one deep for London. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. 36 yards on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him.
I'm going to go ahead and bump it up. Let's see. Oh, you can't. Well, we bump up the next one. It's on pro.
On this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, fuck.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Ridder throwing on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Two knocks this one through the post, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Calais Campbell on the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. As this complete to Woods. And he's out right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Ritter will set up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Patterson. And I think the ball's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
How's the ball out?
He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
These two teams all tied after 1. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is incomplete. The Falcons are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ritter. He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Back to throw, Ritter. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a quarterback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Ritter back to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Let's go now.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Stroud out of the gun here. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Stroud. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdown runs. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they lead the visiting Saints in that one at halftime. 3 touchdown passes there for Mac Jones.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Pierce with a motivated run there, and no surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Pierce now up the middle. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, here's Stroud. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, it's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and short, Ritter. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Michael Walker there to bring him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That one deep for London.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3-and-out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
4th down, big play. Here's Ritter.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Hand off left side, Pierce. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Now 2nd and 3. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 13. It's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
And it's incomplete. Still time left, though. 2 seconds remaining now in the fourth quarter.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. A final shot now for Ritter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
man. Let's seal the deal with this guy. He wants 11-9. Damn. They were excellent. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good deal. What? How can he not be happy with that? Go. Stop. Damn cat, man. Yeah, you come out like a damn dog.
pro. We're going to roll into week 6. Coming off a loss. Damn it. We lost. Who's on here? I knew you would. Come on, Crammel. 1.8. Next season hell, bitch, right now. Starting today. .2 and this is all practice, man. Just get to know the game. Get better at the game. Then we'll jump against the real people online. Take those ass whoopings, get better at that, and then it's on. Need to figure the playbook out, really. Oh, man.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Jacoby Brissett and the Washington Commanders.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yep.
All right there for a second. Got our hands full. I gotta turn the light on for a second. Fix the drink. Might take a minute. I know the place is full, standing room only. We're going to go into this game with a little different game plan. Washington.
right, here we go.
It will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
And meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Commanders' offense set to go to work, and they're led by the veteran who's bounced around a bit in season number 8 now. It's Jacoby Brissett.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns with 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Brissett going to go to the air right away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Brissett's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Brissett sets to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led out by a much-discussed 3rd rounder in last year's draft. The 2nd-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. but I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Falcons in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Ritter now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Ritter to throw it. And unable to connect, incomplete.
Hurt us last game.
Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Falcon defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed it for no gain.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. From the shotgun, it's Brissett.
Out left to Dotson.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We're scoreless after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Brissett again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A great return there of 22 yards.
And it will be Falcon football.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. Back to throw. This is caught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
A try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw, Brissett. Completes it left side to the tight end, Lewis. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A first down throw for Brissett. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. Brissett. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Folks' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. Chris Olave with a touchdown reception from Derek Carr. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. Justin Jefferson, already up near 100 yards receiving with a full half still to go. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And that one, all tied. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw, Ritter. And complete to Drake London. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Robinson on a give right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Ritter. That one deep for London. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Brissett. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Dancing away at the 35. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Falcons offense set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Ritter will set up to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this is caught. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
22 needle.
Ritter back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Here's Ritter. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. Algier. Touchdown, Falcons.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Coup for the extra point. And it's 21-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
2nd down, Brissett. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Spinning away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OT.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Keith Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And the Washington offense heading out. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They go play action with Brissett. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Brissett now on second down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll throw again. Brissett.
Complete. It's Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Brissett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Again, it's Brissett.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Brissett. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Robinson up the middle. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 97 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Line 52, line 52. Go on. Ready, go.
Robinson with another carry. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Atlanta, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Washington, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Pretty balanced out there. One more game. Oh, I gotta take this headphones off for a little while. My damn ears are killing me. Got this big crowd here. Everybody needs to settle down. Don't throw nobody out of chat or nothing. We bounced back from the loss that we wish we wouldn't have damn lost, but we did. Damn, I guess I ain't gonna get a chance back at that guy. View standings. Dennis is overall. Huh. We're the North. We're the South. Big dummy. We're about to roll up into Tampa. Hey, kitty, kitty. Hey, buddy. Ow! Just spit the shit out of my leg. you stop biting me? I don't even know what I need. Purring like a big kitty cat. I don't know. What's it saying there? Does it? Uh-oh. 6-3. Damn it, Gavin. This motherfucker biting the shit out of them legs. Let's see. Alright, I'll be right back. Yeah, damn. Oh, I was cooking a pizza. Forgot all about the game. Huh. Horrible streamer, dude. Left y'all hanging in here live. I don't even know what we were doing. About to roll into week 6 or 7 here. Week 7! We're going to be eating pizza in about 10 minutes. Hey, we got any chopped pepper? Bam. There it is. We're ready for pizza. What's it saying? I've been banned. Come on, Mad. Let me back in there. Bucks. Here we come, boys. We're rolling into Tampa. Getting a tan and a W. It's a big game right here. Big game, Caddy. Big game right here if you want to watch it. It's not really a big game. We just can't lose it. Oh, yeah, definitely throwing it his way. Let's get Campbell locked down here, man. Oh, fuck, we lost Campbell. That's all I can afford. Take it or leave it. I may be overpaying these guys, not even knowing it. All right. We don't get another shot at Campbell. Heavy rain.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Falcons at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how the offense has performed, but I'll bet they're absolutely thrilled with how the defense played last week, holding their opponents to just 3 points, and that was it. They gave anything comparable to that performance, this one's absolutely locked up.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Another strong effort there from Shaq Barrett in his 19-sack season of 2019. Might prove to be the outlier of his career, but he has proven that he can consistently get double-digit sacks each season when healthy.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The numbers for Evans a week ago: 7 catches, 76 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
2nd down, Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Looking for Cade Otton that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards of offense, yeah, that has to be a goal that was met. Big check mark for them in last week's game.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And this will be taken at the 13. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he goes diving forward to try to get an extra yard or 2. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Robinson, toss play left side.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards of carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get 1st downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That is caught, and he is out up around the 15-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guy. It's a great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
First down, Mayfield. Throw left side, taken in by Palmer. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Tucker. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Tucker, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Tucker, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Mayfield now from the 50. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive.
We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
That will throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the sideline and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Second and 10. To the air again, it's Ritter. And that is incomplete.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Ritter to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. This is a complete miss-hit. It's no good. Didn't even get it there. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Mayfield on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Calais Campbell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you a stump, the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt.
Pooch punt.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that'll be caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And how about what just happened there? Just a total breakdown defensively. They're thinking he's going to spike this, so they let their guard down, but he never had any intention of stopping the clock. He wanted to throw the football, and he caught him napping, and this turned into a huge play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
3rd and short. Ritter.
Going up top for Miller.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Tucker, and he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out of there. And he spins through. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from the 37, here's second down and 2. They'll run again here with Robinson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run this one right with Robinson, and he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. Second and 7. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So both teams scoreless here as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. They'll look to run with Algier. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's got this down to the 35. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Mayfield with it once more.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, it's Robinson. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Throwing now is Ritter.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
So Mayfield and the Bucs
down 6-0, just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. Now Mayfield. That's caught by Palmer. Here's a 2nd and 7. Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete to Otten. And he will be out of bounds here, but that will take precious seconds off the clock on a play that will wind up going for no gain. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Mayfield to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you were at the point where you had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's 4th down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for the Falcons, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.
It's sweating the bed already. You ain't even made it yet.
Because I wanted to take advantage of the odds.
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
If Florida somehow beats them, then it's
Yeah.
fuck up my odds for the Missouri game.
It may make it better for you.
If Georgia beats the brakes off Florida, it's better for me. But
Yeah. Where are we at here? Hey, let me ask you a question while you're here. See where it says here in a minute it's gonna say upgrade available. I can't figure out how to get up there to it.
your players,
Up there at the top.
those are your points for your players. That's what
How do I do it?
it just gave you the option. You go to
I already upgraded them. I just upgraded all of them.
go to manage staff. I think it's
Where?
down to manage staff.
Manage staff. Yeah.
Yep.
Hit X. Franchise staff.
Go back.
What's red? So
Press
something.
circle. Then press circle. Go down again. Press X. I think it's improved team.
You have grades for each position that range from A. Browse available players to improve your team.
Yeah. Matching other numbers to other people and other teams. He just told me that in my ear. I'm not interested. How do I get up the top there, man? Like on the baseball game, you gotta. I can't ever figure out how to get up there. Let Let me finish doing it here. All right, so we're rolling into week 8. We're going to do it tomorrow. Come on, Camel. I did a good job cooking, man. Well, if you ever go up there to the local store up there at the deli, I taught that old boy how to cook. Huh? Yeah, well, we working on it. We don't really know what we're gonna do. We working on it over here, old boy. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. Next one's up in Tennessee. Home sweet home to me. So positions Campbell plays? That's the right end. trade.
Things are happening.
Oh, yeah?
Things are happening, my friend. I need massage. I need pop.
Huh?
I need a.
Huh?
Boys, you swinging that cotton around for, bro? Bless you. Bless you. Flex looks smaller. Figured he'd be bigger because all the treats he gets.
No, I'm running. See this traffic I'm making here?
Are you trading? Two Ital. Tungalavolo.
Did they do it or no?
Tungalavolo. Shit, I would if I could. He's a beast.
You would not make that trade if you were the Dolphins.
No.
I wouldn't either.
They probably won't take it.
What is that?
They're not interested. If you take the draft pick away, they might. Still, but it would look better.
Pick 8. What did you say that said?
Yeah.
That was their counter offer, wasn't it?
No, that
No,
was
that'd be their
no.
8th pick overall. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's see if we can get that down lower. Round 1, pick 8. Round 2. What do you think?
I don't think they're gonna
A
do
third
it.
round pick, maybe?
I don't think they'll take it in general, let alone for a pick too.
Okay, ain't gonna hurt to ask. It went up a little bit.
A fraction.
worth it? I don't know if I want to make this trade or not, but I'm going to. I couldn't get him to negotiate a contract, so I'm going to lose him at the end of the year anyway. I just don't like this quarterback.
No, he sucks.
I don't know if I like him either.
He's a beast in real life. 2 tackle turnovers.
So here's what we're going with. You think they'll go for that? Julio Jones coming back to Atlanta.
I don't think that's Julio Jones.
Yeah, it is.
No, I don't think so.
Let's see. He went to Alabama, ho.
No, that's not Julio Jones.
Okay.
It's not.
All right, let's see. Julio Jones.
He's with the Eagles now.
He college, Alabama, 12 years. That's him. Bringing him back to Atlanta. Submit it. Take it, Miami. You're going to say because they want that defensive end.
He's with the Eagles.
They don't want him, huh? Huh.
It's probably the draft pick that's holding him back.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do for him. I'll go here. Oh, you can only get 3. You alright?
Yeah. Last night we let the liquor talk.
Let's see if we can't work this out. I'll go with the second round. I'll try the second round, and we'll look at a third round if they don't take it.
something better than what I got. I'm just seeing what I got here for real.
For some reason, I'll tell you this. You could give them some shitty fucking draft pick, and I guarantee you they'll do the trade.
I already did. Second round, they didn't take it.
With Campbell?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. That's what I kind of thought.
For some reason, the game, they like.
I'm gonna let them see if they'll take this guy. I don't know why they would, but let's just see if they will. I was wondering if it's position or money or what. I'm not giving him the number 1 pick for.
No, I wouldn't.
All right, I got some better stuff I can offer him.
Maybe if you take a shittier receiver instead of Jones.
Let's see.
That'd be a stud.
Huh?
Jesse Bates.
Hughes.
That was the best player Falcons picked up in a while.
I'm thinking about giving. I mean, I don't want to get rid of this running back. I mean, we could do that. I never play that guy. Oh, it's going to give them too many players. That's why they can't do it. Well, that's on them. I bet that's why they can't. What sucks out?
Shit, I'll take that trade.
I'll take that trade too.
Well, I don't know. I'm giving up your number 1 fucking quarterback.
3 starters right there.
Yeah, on the fucking Falcons, but not for them. Ritter ain't gonna start.
I mean, he's a pretty good player, man. I just offered him. That's a pretty good. I can't beef it up much more than that.
They got Raheem Mostert though. He's a fucking dog running back.
Oh, they did have a good running back already?
Yeah.
I don't know who else I can give him. Without really digging in.
Dude, I woke up like choking. It was crazy.
I think good.
No, I was kind of concerned too.
Let's see.
Very weird.
All right, this is a good deal for them. Let's see. I just offered them. So I didn't offer him. Alright, I still didn't want him. Alright, let's go. Oh, okay. Alright, no trade going on. We negotiated, it ain't happening. Alright, we're out. We're out. I'm done. Let's go back here and look at the standings.
Missouri's ranked 16th. You seen that? Missouri looks good this year.
I don't have no money to negotiate with you guys. Alright, let's get out of here. Out of here. We're gone.
Make a trade?
No, I decided not to. I couldn't find anything that was worth doing. I tried everything.